You are far smarter than you can ever imagine. There is no obstacle that you cannot overcome, no problem that you cannot solve, and no goal that you cannot achieve by applying your mind to your situation. Go on and go on and
What up? What up? What up? What up?
What up, Joe? What up, y'all? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, man? Are we still introing? Are we here? We here? Are we
Because
here?
I was getting ready to get up and do the what's the name?
You was about to start getting your groove on and all that.
Yeah, I'm at home, so yeah. What up, though? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. What's going on, man? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good, but I'm gonna tell you, I wanna start the show out, and I want to send my love and condolences and prayers for strength and acceptance to you and your wife Tasha and your entire family.
Appreciate you.
I don't know what everybody know, but I'll leave it to you for you to share whatever you feel like sharing. Because y'all see we not in the studio today. I'm gonna turn it over to you.
First off, give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to my team. First off, for being there, I'll give a shout out to my brother Bishop, family and friends, everybody, the love and the support that people are sharing right now is truly appreciated. Not trying to get all, I'm not trying to get all, you know what it is.
Yeah.
So
Emotional?
together, but we my family took a loss last week. I
Take your time. Take your time.
The family has taken a loss, and it's been a big thing. It's been like nonstop for the last weekend. But like, pray for Tasha. Please pray for her because this is you can't begin to express what a person feels like when they have to go through that. You know what I mean? It's been very trying. It's just been hard for the family, and I'm gonna say that it's been very hard for the family. It's been a long weekend. Shout out to Black Shepherds. Congratulations on fantastic weekend. To Tasha and Tony, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't know what it is to say what you're feeling. All you can do at this point is be supportive. If we're not answering the phone or we don't respond back, it's not that we don't see that you calling or we hear you calling. You just need some time. Until, when a person or people can talk about it, you really don't know. You talk about it, but until you in that situation and have to live that situation, you know exactly what it is. And watching my family going through the different emotions is hard because there's, I'm a fixer. I like to fix it. I like to make it better, and that is impossible right now. It is it's unspeakable. At the end of the day, I'm going to say this: we were put on this earth so we were to bury our parents, and not the other way around. We're not. Our children are supposed to bury us. We're not supposed to bury them. God has his own playbook and his own way of doing things. And even though we may not completely understand and get what he does, I guess that's the selfish part of us, Kiki. I think that's the selfish part of us as humans. You know what I mean? And in the human, we're selfish. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. We're selfish individuals, and you don't want to let go. Trying to find something hopeful, something positive out of the situation. Yeah, you don't see that right now. You don't see that. I want to give a shout out to my sister Ramona. I give a shout out to my father, my family. They've been more than supportive. You know what I mean? And they've come to sit and just try to take the load off of everybody who go through this trying time. My dad came. My sister came. Both my sister Jennifer, my sister. Shout out to my sister Ramona. She came all the way down from New York just to sit and just be there and try to help out around the house. You know what I mean? Y'all don't understand how that is appreciated. Shout out to J Baby. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sherry. Shout out to those who have come, and shown their support. It's hard when you lose a child.
Yeah.
There's no, you know what I mean? And when you're talking about a child that hasn't even begun to live yet. You know what I mean? You're talking about a child that this isn't a child that's in their 30s or 40s and have been living. No, this is a child that is just embarked on living life and learning life. And then I feel like God had his final say so, and he felt that she was needed with him.
Amen.
My family isn't good, so that's my family is not good. We are not good. So if you're going to ask how I'm holding up, we're making it. We're making it. We're finding where we can laugh. We're finding where we can cry. And we're finding how to just not get through this, but live. So with that being said, thank y'all. Thank you for the support, the calls, the love, the prayers. We do appreciate it. But this ain't something that's gonna leave for a while. This is something that's gonna be a little while, So thank you. But I'm here because I'm doing this show today. I talked to Kiki earlier, right? And Kiki was like, "Yo, we ain't got to do this show today." And I was like, "Yeah, I gotta do the show today." And I said the reason why, because if y'all don't remember, 4 years ago, we embarked on this journey with Real Talk Uncensored. And our very, very, very first show, Kiki's mom had passed a few days prior. And Kiki was so strong. And Kiki said, "Nah, I'm gonna do the show, bro. We're gonna do this show." And I was like, "Sure, man, your mom just passed." And Kiki said, "Nah, we're gonna do the show." And we did the show. And that first show was, man. And I felt I had to do the show today, I gotta continue on, but I don't forget, and I won't carry that child. That child, just because her physical is not here, her spirit's here, and I refuse to live like she is not with us no more. I refuse. I won't.
Amen.
I'm gonna carry her with me, just like she's here. People, us as humans, like I said, we selfish. We want the flesh. But the reality is when a person died, they don't leave us. They just go on the other side and wait for us to get there. But being here right now, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. So I have moments. Tasha has moments. Tony has moments. Kayla has moments. Renee has moments. Tajay is struggling. It's hard. It's hard. So, please don't ask me what happened. Just know that we don't know yet. We don't know. It's hard for my family right now. So I got to do this because I got to find some type of fun. Y'all look at me and say, "Oh, Tone never has no chill, and he's always joking about everything," and I do, and I do. But right now, the joke comes. You lose a child. You can't. It's hard to express what you're feeling and what we are feeling. As the days go by, you get stronger. I don't see that happening. I don't see that. We're just learning how to live and get up and trying to figure this out. And then with no answers and no, you don't know. You're still waiting. You know what I mean? It's like you feel like you're sitting in limbo, and it's really nothing you can do. I think that's probably one of the hardest parts of everything. You know, we can't move forward right now. So it's really hard because you wake up and you relive that. So just pray for my family. That's all I can ask you. Just pray for my family right now. That's all. You know.
Well, as your friend, as your co-host, feel free to lean on me. Feel free to call me. Feel free to reach out. You know, I've been on your line heavy, and I give people their space, but I don't give people their space. So, respectfully, I do. So
You know,
from my family to yours, my Double Down family, from the Real Talk family, from my immediate family, condolences, and I'm here.
I want to give a special shout out to somebody. I got to
Okay.
give a special shout out. Batman. Thank you. Shout out to Batman. I just want to say thank you. That's it. I'm good. Let's go. All right.
You want to do a few moments of silence for her and you call out her name? Can we do that?
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Tiana.
Let's go. It's us. In honor of the night of us being home.
Yeah.
I ain't there, bro, but you here.
Appreciate you. Yo, you have no idea how much I appreciate y'all. To reach out to people when you going through this and the words, you know what I mean? I had to call Batman because I didn't know what to do. I just was lost. And his words. I'm a firm believer that iron sharpens iron, and he helped sharpen my iron when it was very dull. I owe him. I'm indebted to him for that. So,
thank you, Batman. You know, if those who don't know, he lost his son a couple years back, a few years now. So that's one of those things when that happens to you, if you can find words and if you can find somebody that has those words, blessing, amazing. So shout out to you for reaching out and being vulnerable and needing those words. And Batman, thank you for picking up.
Yeah, he didn't hesitate no time, and the brother's been and just those words. I needed those words. I needed to know. He didn't tell me exactly what to do, but he told me how to handle situations, and you know what I mean. And his words were very uplifting and very encouraging, and I needed that at the time. And going forward, I'm still going to need that because I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? And I just worry for my family. I worry for my family. And if you don't understand when I say this, my stepdaughter, you know what I mean? It was. But it was still my kid anyway. You know what I mean? Whenever you get involved with somebody who has kids, those kids become your kids.
Yep.
You live with them and you learn their ways, and it affects you. You know what I mean? And watching my family suffer is the hardest thing. Watching Tasha struggle is hard for me. Watching Kayla struggle is You know, Kayla is being herself. You know, but everybody grieves their own way.
That's
You know,
true.
um, it's just hard. It's hard when you lose a child, man. It's hard. You know what I mean? And the details of was really just that I think makes it harder is having an idea of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's harder to swallow. You know what I mean? I tell everybody now, listen to me and listen to me carefully. Your family, your kids, your loved ones, your most loved ones, reach out to them every day. Reach out to them every fucking day just to say, hey, I'm just saying what's up. Don't let a day go by. Don't let a couple days go by and thinking that they're okay. Because just like that, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And what I'm taking from this now is every day I want to hear for the rest of my kids. I want to hear from family. I want to hear from them. I gotta know. You know what I mean? That if you're okay. Um, I don't know. I think right now, Tasha just needs some space. It's okay if people want to come and family still coming into town and
Mm-hmm.
they want to sit with her. Just okay. You want to sit with the kid? It's fine. It's just rough over here, dude. It's just rough. It's just what it is. So
Well, let me say this: second by second, minute. That's how I did it. Second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, and it's one day at a time. Today is different than tomorrow. This year will be different from next year. So the fact that you have survived those seconds and survived those minutes, just hold your head, baby. Hold your
no,
head. Hold your
it's
head.
not easy. It's willpower. You know, it's easy, Kiki, to just when you're going through shit like this, where you just want to climb in the bed, get under the covers.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you
Hope
gotta
it's all a dream.
you gotta keep going. And that's why I'm here doing the show now. You know what I mean? I gotta keep my mind occupied because when you sit there in the idle mind, that's the devil's playground. If you ain't know, you better know it. You know what I mean? Keep your mind occupied, and that's what I have to do right now to try and move forward. You know, you know what Moe said. The loss of my daughter makes my kids hate me because that loss makes you want to put them in a bubble, and it does. And that is such a true freaking statement. She said, when you lose something like that, you want to protect everything else around you. You want to protect the rest of your kids. And you want them to be safe and everything. But you have to also understand that they still have to live their life. But that doesn't change how you feel. You know what I mean? Like I want to put a bubble around all my kids. Like, yo, I'm not even joking. I mean, from this point on, I got to hear from everybody. I got to hear from you at least once a day. I got to know. I cannot let days go by. You know what I mean? And I don't hear from you, and I don't say anything. We're not saying anything to each other. That's insane. You know what I mean? That's insane. You let days go by, and you don't hear from your loved ones. And you don't know what's going on. So, yo, just reach out to your loved ones, man, and just let them know that you love them and talk to them. Because life is fucking fragile. It's 1 minute you hear and the next minute you're gone. There's no warning, there's no alarm saying it's time. It's nothing. It's just there. So this is what it is. This is what you have to pick up the pieces and learn and try to learn how to move on and how to move on with life. You know what I mean? When a piece of you died. You know, I think the most hurting feeling is I look at Tasha. All I can do. All right, Kiki. Let's go. Give me a minute, y'all. Give me a minute.
Take your minute. Buttermilk. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. Good morning. How you doing? That's our station manager today, whose picture you see on here. His name today is Buttermilk. What's up? Can you hear me?
Buttermilk.
Buttermilk. Not even the biscuits, cause
Butter.
what up?
So bit creamy, thicker.
So salty.
How are you?
Depends on what topic we talking about. Salty.
So, actually, the picture is, if you mind you, it is Don Johnson, but it's his
It's
character.
Don Johnson.
Yeah, but it's a character. I've been rewatching his show, Nash Bridges. So technically, Nash Bridges. So
Yeah, that's Nash Bridges.
Yeah. And look, for a little bit, he got like a mixture. If you squint, he looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger / Arnold Schwarzenegger Johnson.
not as Buffy.
All right, Tone.
All right, what's up, Kiki? What we
What
got?
we talking about?
So first of all, I want to jump on here and say I will not. I gotta watch what I say because the tongue is wicked and things almost happen. I think I was on the show last week when I was like, "Yo, they need to go ahead and just assassinate him." And then the young kid tried to do it. So listen, by no means ever. The tone was serious. This little kid must have heard tone. And he was from the mountains. And
Let's be clear. That was a whole ketchup packet.
that I don't think none of that was real. I think that's staged.
So
I'm not using that word.
what word would you use? What word would you use? Poorly orchestrated? What would you
I'm
use?
using the word. No. I feel like it's just odd. It's an odd occurrence.
Me too.
I rewatched the incident several times,
Mm-hmm.
and there are certain things that that I highly question, and mainly I think are slowly being answered because mainly it's the Secret Service department that I highly question. It makes this odd. Also, what really makes it odd was when the Secret Service guys grabbed Trump and tried to escort him out. If you hear the mic still on, and he's telling them to stop,
Let me get
and
my
he does the
shoes.
fist pump, and he's yelling, "Huh?"
He said, "I gotta get my shoes. Let me get my shoes."
Yeah. No, he told them to fight. So he said, "Forget the shoes." But honestly, that part kind of made it things like, okay, why is he doing a photo op? Because normally, whatever threat to whoever the Secret Service person, Secret Service is protecting, they always quickly escort him out. And no matter what, if he stops, there's no stops. Because again, you're pretty much putting these guys in danger if they're continuing to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of the odd parts. Other odd part is there was an alternate angle to one of the videos where you can see that there are Secret Service members looking in that direction, scanning, scoping the area because there's a sniper rifle guy and a guy with binoculars. And it's like, you guys didn't see this dude at all until he started firing? So
bro.
So that's why I'm right. As now, I'm not. Hold on. I know there's the conspiracy stuff here, I know you guys would like to dive into that. That's why I'm not using the word staged anymore. I'm using the word odd. This is just odd to me. But carry on.
Interesting. It was interesting to me.
So first off, here's my thing. How does a man, a boy, then this is a boy because he was the same age as our daughter.
Mm-hmm.
20 years old. He's 20 years old. How do you get that close with a gun, climb on top of a building with Secret Service, lay down there with snipers around Trump, and still be able to make that shot?
Okay. May I add a layer to this?
Please help me because I don't understand it.
I need to add a layer to this because the people in there's always interviewees after something has happened, right? And it was at least 10, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, who were saying, we told him at least 10 times. We told him. Somebody was on the roof. We told him. How does that happen at an event where the acting or former, how does that happen? Like, who dropped the, and then the unfortunate loss of the gentleman that was there, one of the supporters that was there, he lost his life. You know, it's interesting. This is just interesting. So some stank, as they say in Michigan. Some stank.
Oh, man, you know what I mean? Something does stink. Something isn't 100% right. Is this done for votes? Probably. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It's just something's not right with this. It's just not adding up. This shit is adding up. How do you get that close and be able to make that shot and nobody knows?
That's why I'm saying it's odd. As of right now, I saw the report this morning. Pretty much they said the Secret Service didn't scan that area, which is kind of, pretty much is like, wait, they dropped the ball on this?
Which is bullshit because the Secret Service they scan everything. They block everything. Yeah. So I don't know.
They block everything.
All I'm saying is Simpsons.
So someone's going to be a scapegoat. That's a sad thing.
All I'm saying, hey, white man, all I'm saying is the Simpsons are barely wrong. They always hit their mark. 2024 isn't over yet.
Look, Tweety said all he did was get in the history book with them pictures. And you know what? For him to so here's the part that threw me off.
He did the little fist joint.
Yes, here's the part that behooves me, right? What behooved me was you got secrets, you got CIA, you got Secret Service surrounding you, covering you, so that nothing can get by. They're being your human shield, and you stick that big orange head out, trying to make a viral picture, trying to get a post. Who does that?
He's not trying. He did that.
And if you look in the back, I implore everybody in here to watch it. Right when the popcorn started popping, pop, 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 pop. Look at the people behind this podium who got down for a second and then got out and got their phones out.
Yeah.
Listen, that could never have been an all chocolate affair. Look at my hands. It could never have been an all nigga affair. Couldn't be, because that thing would have been cleared so fast if it were all black people there. Because what? Gunshot? What? We run when somebody look crazy. If you drop something, no, we're out of there. Am I wrong?
You heard that pow. Niggas was stampeding and getting the bat of that joint. You notice the others, our counterparts, were just like, "Ooh, what was that?" They were just hanging out. Wasn't nothing big to them. So is it odd? Like is it odd to say that it is odd? That's all I'm gonna say. It's everything. We're not saying it's a conspiracy. We're not saying nothing. We're just saying,
Yes.
Really now? That's what we're doing over there.
No way.
Really? You gotta hit a motherfucker with that from time to time to see how they doing, man. Because that's just some crazy shit right here.
Yeah, that was top tier. That was top tier for me.
Nothing. That is like, yeah, that is top tier. That shit is top tier. You know what I mean? Like, yo, that's all I'm gonna say. It's top tier.
No, she said nobody ran. No one ran. Who they?
No one.
No one ran.
No one. They were just like, wow, what happened? What's going on here?
Samantha said, "We gonna run first."
But listen, as soon as I hear that patal, I'm gone, nigga. I don't even want to talk to you. I'm not even sticking around. I'm gone, nigga. By the time I hear that patal, my key is in the ignition. I'm out of here, nigga. Something ain't right.
You gotta say pew pew.
Yeah.
Hey, Tone. When I show, and I'm gonna try to stay out the smoke. Cause I'm trying to stay out of the
We ain't fuck that. Fuck that.
Listen, did you see the bullets?
Well, so I saw pictures where people had slowed it down to show the bullet.
Not the whizzing.
I'm only mad with the nigga. Look, I'm only
not
mad.
The whizzing, not the whizzing, because fuck that. I'm going to tell you why. He was talking on this side and the whizzing was here. He didn't turn because he was this ear. Anyway.
Yeah. Hold on. Like Batman said, this is going to be his new catchphrase. Get elected or die trying.
What do I bail at? Oh, my God. But listen, listen, I got big hands. Everybody know I got big hands, right?
Yeah.
The bullets look like this. All of them. There's no way.
It just grazed
no way you got grazed, y'all.
It just grazed? It just grazed you? Like it grazed you. So how does it, where did it graze at? That's what I want to know. Where did it graze at?
I don't know, because it was kept, blood. I don't know.
Dripping down like it was from his ear or something. So let's say I'm standing at the podium, right? I heard a gunshot, but which way did he look? Did he look this way?
No. So look, the gunshot. He was looking.
Yeah, he was looking in a direction where the shooting was coming from. So when the first bullet whizzed him and nicked him in the ear, so that was his, I think it's right ear. So that nicked him. And then
that's a song. Don't make me have to pull out no hot 16s.
Yeah.
Don't make me have to pull out no hot 16s because Dipset did something that anyway. Don't make me have to. I'm gonna put it on my page, the line that corresponds and correlates to this.
Just saying. Well, I'm just saying something don't smell right on the mountain. Something's stinking on the mountain. The air has changed. It's funky. Something's not right. You know what I mean? Because we all got questions, and you'll notice this. I think this situation will get swept under the rug because minutes later the dude was dead. You know what I mean? And
you knew where he was the whole time. Then
I don't know.
So I'm gonna tell you what I heard today. Right? It didn't come from me. It didn't come from Real Talk Uncensored. I read it today that somebody was saying that he was sent there to do that, and it was all because it was odd, it was interesting, and they had to take him home because they didn't want him to speak on it. How the interestingness.
Well, I mean, so if he was sent, let's say, let me indulge in that in a hot second, Kiki. If he was sent. That means they're gonna send somebody else.
I mean, yeah.
Sip on your drink, because you know what I mean? Like, bruh. The irony of it is they sent somebody from the mountains to do that.
Well, they better have done that, because if they thought it was anything other, I wouldn't be going to work the rest of the week. Pandemonium.
So, unfortunately, I'm going to say it like this. We're laughing and joking about this, but you have to be very, very careful at this, because if you assassinate this man, right? Do you understand what kind of how this continent will be turned upside down?
Yes.
You have no idea. You have no idea who supports this man, how much they love this man, right? And they were willing to do anything for him. So if something happens to him, be ready.
Let me tell you something. While we're being light, assassinations is dirty work, yeah. That's insane work. That's insane. To go to a place where thousands or millions of people are, and compromise the safety of bystanders, because apparently your shot ain't shit. Just saying.
So as Batman said, As an E6 Marine Corps sniper trained, no Secret Service will let you poke your head up or stick your fist up.
I said that. Ding ding, hit the bell. God dang it.
Just so you know.
You go get my bell. Pause. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just so you know. I mean, so is it a little strange and a little odd? Yeah. Do we all know it's a bunch of bullshit? Yes, it is. You know what I mean? It's just the story and the narrative that they're about to spin on us. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just crazy though. It's crazy though, man. That we're living in right now, and they're doing this type of shit. You know what I mean? But all I ask you is, please, Lord have mercy, please, oh please, do not assassinate this man, and not because you know what I mean or anything else. I'm saying don't assassinate him because what the world is gonna, what it's gonna turn to. There could be a lot of backlash if you assassinate this man, and it ain't looking good. You know what I mean?
Well, don't let this distract you from the fact that Project 2025 is moving along famously. Don't let this distract you from the Heritage Project.
So
don't let this distract you. Hold on. Don't let this distract you from the fact that we lost Dr. Ruth. May she rest in peace. We lost Shannon Doherty. May she rest in peace. We lost Richard Simmons. May he rest in peace. And we lost Shelley Duvall. May they rest in peace. And, and those who know Siren, please send Siren all of your love and prayers and condolences.
To you, honey.
She lost her mom. So, you know, we're going to have to, we got to pull together like Batman been saying for 5 years. Like, we got to tighten up.
You know, here's what you need to understand, that China moved into Alaska. Their ships have moved into Alaska, and they're on U.S. soil. And now you have Russia down there chilling in Cuba. Or was that? Yes, Cuba, right?
Yeah. Cuban.
So be mindful. Let's keep mindful of the prize of what's going on. Don't be distracted from the fucking oranges, fucking fake ketchup pack, whatever it is, fake blood shit.
Interesting.
I want to know where the bullets grazed him at. Let's just talk. Where the fuck did this bullet graze this man at?
They said they got the ear. He grazed him like right on the ear.
Right here.
So when he turned this way, the bullet just and grazed his ear.
Yeah.
Watch him next time you see him publicly on the screen and look at his ear. Look at his ear.
Because let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you, I watched what you call the ear after Mike Tyson took a chump. I watched that bitch. So for sure, I'm an ear watcher. What was his name? Not Mayweather.
Evander Holyfield.
Evander Holyfield. Please don't be distracted.
No, you know what I mean? And please, you know what I mean? Keep your eye, you know what I mean? We just need to watch what's going on. You know, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy what's going on and the things that they're trying to feed us. And it's crazy. Wow. Oh, that was top tier. Tiggy, that was top tier.
It was very top tier.
That's all I see with that is top tier.
Look at Mona said, "Hey sister." She said, "Cuba's chilling. Tupac is there."
So
she.
So what is it? The YSL? What's that shit? The trial, the black judge. He's been recused. He's been recused from his stand. He was trying
as he should have been. As he should have been.
He should have been recused.
As he should have been.
It's crazy though.
You going to our people now? That's what you're doing?
I'm going to our people. I'm moving over to our people because we ain't no better. We do dumb shit. We do dumb shit. You know what I mean? So let's see. So shout out to Eddie Murphy. The nigga got married. Eddie Murphy married his fiance of 6 years.
Okay. That's his first time ever? No, second time, right?
All I'm saying is shout out to him. You know what I mean?
Is it his third?
Huh? I'm telling you, if you see, don't let this go over your head. If you see the spoon in the teacup and go ding, 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 Eddie, blink your eyes. We get you up out of here, bro.
Oh, is she from the mountains?
She is from the mountains. She is from the mountains. I can't believe it. Now, Eddie Murphy, we all know Eddie Murphy got 10 kids. 10 kids, right? But what the fuck?
I gotta get me some. I gotta see what's up with these chicks. They must got some good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Something going on.
Nah,
because it's good over here.
I don't want to know what's going on. I'm good. I'm good with this. I'm good with this color. I'm good. You know what I mean?
You good?
I'm good. Now, I gotta put myself on niggas gonna nigga. Look, there she is.
Oh,
there she is. All I'm saying is, Eddie, blink. Blink if you need, bruh. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Michael Jordan ain't blink.
I don't know. Hey, you know what I mean? So look, I gotta put myself on niggas gonna nigga. So I did some nigga shit today, and it was real stupid. That's why my fingers look the way they fucking look.
Uh-oh, what happened?
So you ever heard of a mandolin? What is that? A mandolin, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had one sitting around my house I bought a while ago and I never used. And I said, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to use this thing today.
I got some onions.
Right there, right? I said, I'm going to slice me up some onions. I'm going to hook me up something to eat. I'm going to eat because I got to eat, right? So Tone sets up the mandolin. I'm like, oh, it's nice and black and shiny. It's shiny. Oh, what's this plastic piece? I pull the plastic piece off. Huh. How do I work this thing? Now, I didn't think about using the safeguard and putting it on top of it. And then, I didn't think of that. Tone just grabbed it with his hand and slid it down. So when I slid it down, I was like, uh-oh. You get that pause for a second, like.
You know immediately what it is. Immediately, you know.
Up now, right?
Immediately.
I grabbed my fucking hand, right? And I'm holding my fucking hand, and I'm like, nope. I was like, I looked around, give me some tissue, give me some tissue, give me some tissues, give me some tissue. This is not going to be
blood be fucking with you. It take a minute.
So when I opened my hand up, I got blood on my hands, and so I'm looking at the top part of my finger, right? Mm-hmm. The meat is hanging over on the side.
Don't you hate that? Don't you hate when the meat hangs over on the side?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know nothing about that. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna bait me in with that one. I'm sorry. So I'm sitting there and I look at it, I'm like, oh, so I get the tissue and I put the tissue on my hand, and it didn't take a matter of a minute or so, and the tissue was full of blood. Right?
Okay.
So at this point, I'm being the man. I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'll be good. It'll stop bleeding on its own. I'll be good. No.
No.
So I go over to urgent care, you know what I mean? And she's like, we get these all the time. Y'all people going to use them things and don't know what you're doing. And people, she was like, this one lady sliced herself 3 times in 1 week using that thing. Well, guess what? I ain't slicing myself no more with that shit. So they didn't even stitch me up. They put this big old monstrosity on my finger, right? Wrapped it up. They put some type of like a mesh on top of my finger so it'll stop bleeding. So it's fucked out though. You know what I mean? So I sliced both fingers, this one being the worst one, this one. Stupid shit. Niggas gonna nigga. Doing stupid shit. Stupid shit.
Let's talk about these trends because niggas is niggering everywhere.
What niggas doing now?
So we're gonna start off with niggas doing braces in the basement.
Say that again.
They doing braces in the basement and they doing veneers in the basement. People, it is not that serious. Our niggas is niggering for real. And then it don't stop there. You see this gap right here? People are shaving down their teeth. They're shaving down their teeth to create a gap.
Hold on, Kiki. Hold on.
Buttermilk.
So what you're saying to me is niggas want to create the gap that you were naturally given.
Yes. Yes.
Do you know how uncomfortable that shit must be? Like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Buttermilk, can you check it and put this up on the thing for?
I'm trying to get it.
So, Tone, they're taking their straight teeth that they're getting done. I mean, their straight teeth, and they're putting a gap in between there. That's the new trend.
That's not a trend. That's something fucking stupid. That's stupid. What the fuck?
Here I am conjuring up how to close this month. And
Motherfuckers wear what you got naturally. Like, it makes no sense. Why white man is checking this out? Yo, Alec Baldwin got found. His case was dismissed. You know, they really took him to trial for him, tried to charge him for manslaughter for that shit.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you how white privilege is. In the middle of his trial, that Bama got up, walked out to go get a cup of coffee. The lawyers was like, "The fuck is he doing?" That nigga got up and walked out, got himself a cup of coffee, and came back. I said, "About a bitch."
Why you think he did that?
Huh?
Why you think?
Because he fucking knew. I don't know. Nigga, we better not try that. We better. If I'm in court and I'm like, yo, hold on, I'm going to get a cup of coffee. I'll be back. Nigga, that's contempt. I'm in jail. I'm in jail. But
no, you could never. No, that's what you could never. You could never.
I could never.
You could never. I could never. Buttermilk, probably.
You think Buttermilk could pull it off?
Depends. Yeah, because he ain't in there for shit. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this.
Is that real, or is that real, or she shaves her shit to be like that?
Yeah, she just shaved her shit. Look at it. Started.
Okay.
Notice how old she is. Okay.
She's young, and she looks young. Looking at her right now, she looks young. She looks a little weird too, but we're not gonna discuss that.
So let me tell you. So I was going down the YouTube rabbit hole, right? And I ended up seeing these people that are called veneer techs. And this right here is a nigga gon' nigga story, as well as information piece, because there are people who don't really understand or know that there are no such things as veneer techs. These are people who work for the dentist, who go to your home and do the same thing that you do with your nails when you get acrylic and you get all that stuff put on your nails. They're putting that on your teeth.
That's not supposed to go on your teeth. Like what?
And it's not. It's not. But you know what? If you look at how Cardi B and them spent $60K, $70K, they're charging these people $1,500, and they honestly have a tour. Now, the update is that one of the girls that was doing it, she did a good job, but everybody looked like horses to me, but she did a good job. Yeah, she locked up. She locked up. So people,
You know who looks like a fucking horse? You know who looks like a fucking horse? When you look at fucking Nori. Nori from the Drink Champs. That nigga, what the fuck, bro? If you're gonna get veneers, nigga, make them realistic. You know what I mean? You getting these Steve Harvey teeth and shit, these Mr. Ed teeth. It's just not working. It don't look natural, bro.
But these millennials, that's what they like. They like anything that looks fake to me. That's why they getting these done. I don't want to call out their generation because it ain't just them. But people want to get these done. They get their teeth done. They're getting their lips done. However, these dental assistants is taking this shit on the road and getting bread. But here's where it went south, because they don't really do orthodontal care. So when they covering up these things are rotten underneath because they got bone loss, they got this and that, because you don't know the anatomy, because you didn't take the 20 years it took for real dentists and oral surgeons to go to do this type of work.
Exactly.
So people are having issues and underlying issues underneath those teeth, and that's when people started reporting them. Braces. The bitch was in the basement putting on braces. The dentist called her out though because he was saying that is a aesthetic look. Nothing was stuck to the point. They tighten them to close them. None of that stuff. It was just aesthetically braces. So they taking y'all money. Please, people. Please. Everything since COVID is not a hustle. Dentistry, which is what you get a doctorate in, which you study the body, which you take 20 years or 10 years, the educational piece has to be there. I say that when I'm sitting on my soapbox talking about hair. You know why? Because it took me almost 2 years to go, and I did a lot of studying. I didn't just copy a style and go on YouTube. No shame to them. But there is fundamentals and education pieces that are missing when you are sitting here trying to perform abortions in your house.
Kiki, when you look back as far as time when people used to do that, when people would perform abortions in their house, when you got these motherfuckers doing botched BBL jobs on niggas' booties and shit like that. You know what I mean? That Tweeter, you're right. Rick Ross' wife looks like she's got horse teeth in her mouth. She's got a horse in her mouth. She does. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? But
shout out to the baby though. The baby got an amazing set of teeth in his mouth.
Yeah, but you see, they've been doing this type of shit in the people's backyards, and motherfuckers are realizing now, like, I can get money off of this, and there's always going to be somebody that's willing to pay to have it done and not going to get it done by a professional. I'm thinking that they're saving a couple dollars or something like that. Man, that shit don't work, dog. I ain't fuck that. I like my gap. I lost my teeth. Fuck it. This is what it is. I'm not gonna put no fake shit in it. But if I do, was to do some shit like that, I'm going to see a real fucking dentist and be like, yo, bro.
Please.
I'm not going to see no Joe Schmo in the back alley around the corner and be like, yo, I can hook you up, man. My fucking $1,000. Like, man, listen, bro. It's going to cost you more than that in the long run, B.
If you look at the girl that was just shaving, she had a Dremel. And she was creating it young.
How the fuck? So did she numb herself? Did she do something? Because, I know that shit gotta hurt, dog.
It's got to.
You just not gonna be like, oh, I'm doing this shit and it ain't nothing, though. It's something. You know what I mean?
Everything ain't fake it till you make it. If honestly with your health, if you what people don't realize is your teeth, they the bloodstream for your teeth, the throat, eyes, and the ear, nose, and throat, all that stuff leads to your heart and brain. Like all that. So when somebody has a misstep or a mishap or something goes wrong, you could get 2 X's over your eyes.
Bruh, serious. All right, Kiki, I got an awkward moment for you. I got an awkward moment.
Okay, what you got?
You know what I mean?
What you got?
So when you're in mid-convo with a man, right?
Yeah.
And he adjusts his balls right in front of you. How do y'all feel about that? I gotta know. So this is funny shit, true shit. So I said Ramona was here. Ramona came down and she was here with me and her going to Target because Ramona has a thing for Starbucks cups. So she wanted to go in and get a new Starbucks cup. And I said, all right, cool. We got out the car. I had to adjust my shit. So people coming out of Target, I had no chill. I was like, fuck that. I got to set my shit right. So it kind of resonates with me because, if my shit ain't sitting right, I'm going to adjust my shit. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to adjust my shit. And I don't, as a man, Kiki, I don't think about that. I just be like,
I'll be asking. I'll be like, yo, did you just readjust your balls in front of me?
Yeah, because y'all don't have to worry about that shit as sitting right or not it being uncomfortable or something like that. They gotta sit right. So sometimes you gotta reach down and be like, yo, pull on your drawers a little bit, shift your body so it moves away. You know what I mean? If it's really bad, then you just got to go in there and go move the joint and adjust the shit after that. But nigga, please wash your hands after the fact. So
and that's what happens. Y'all don't really realize it. And let me give some credit to men, right? I think men kind of know what it is, so y'all don't pay no mind. It is gross to us. Like, what the fuck, nigga? When I start noticing, when I start riding with a bunch of dudes on bikes, right? When they stand up and they do this.
Yeah. And so I'm guilty. I'm a guy that rides a bike and does that. Especially if I'm on my sports bike. If I'm on my 14, I stand up and I get the bouncing.
I said right now.
You got to bounce to get the shit right, and I'm picking at it. I'm like, yo, fuck that. Hand slowing down on the bike and everything. Fuck y'all, nigga. I gotta adjust my shit because I feel like I'm crunching my nuts. You know what I mean? The things that we gotta do. You know what I mean? It's not all roses. Y'all have your own things you're going through, but with dick and balls, sometimes we go through some things. We gotta adjust them, motherfuckers.
I mean, I gotta take your word for the shit.
Huh? We do.
I gotta take your word for it.
I'm just saying, the being in this position I have with having some balls on the dick, sometimes it's just you got to make shit comfortable. That's like your titties. You don't have to. I notice y'all women constantly doing this or reaching in and adjusting. You adjust your titties, don't you?
Yeah. I put shea butter on, and sometime in the middle of the day, like sweat, like it is just. If for whatever reason I be trying to dry it because it's shea butter. And anyway. What would you do, Tone? Let's do what would you do. You ready?
Okay, let's start it off.
Page 6. What would you do? Page 6. The number one consulting firm, McKinsey, is so eager to trim staff that it's offering some employees 9 months of pay to go and do something else. McKinsey & Co. is offering employees willing to leave the firm 9 months and career training. Not only is it keeping its workers on the payroll while they hunt for a new employer, but the company is also helping them update their resume. What would you do? Would you say, Buttermilk?
I'm taking advantage of it. If they're paying me to find me a new job, I'm taking it. Yeah, I'll do that.
Really?
Yeah, but
does it matter how many years you have, or if you have a pension, or if you have a? Does it matter? Does any of that matter?
If the company is dying and they're willing to help me out, give me a 9-month advance, help build up my resume, and they still initially pay me while I'm still looking for something, I will take advantage of that.
And career training, and they train you in whatever they train you.
Win. That is a win-win.
Tone, you took too long. What is it a win?
It depends on. I'm with you. It depends on how much time I have in the company. If I'm at like fucking 28 years or something like that, 29 years, you're going to pay me 9 months for me to try to find a new job. There's some people out here that are going longer than that to find a new job. So what happens after that 9 months? What happens if I don't find a job? Then what happens? I got to weigh my options before I just jump on and say, yeah, I'm going to take it. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot involved in that, man. Because, they may be paying you for 9 months, but after 9 months, your benefits stop. Everything stops. Everything stops. You know what I mean? Now, if I'm cashing out and I'm getting out, if I have especially you talking about a pension and all that stuff, I got to be mindful if I want to take this or not, and so it's crazy. You know what I mean? If you got new employers that you can hook me up with and I'm guaranteed to get in with, then I would consider it. You know what I mean? But yeah, what happens? You took the motherfucking money and now 8 months are in. You've been getting this bread for you got this money. You know what I mean? And you got 9 months worth of money because the way I'm understanding is they're going to pay you 9 months.
Yes.
Right? So are they giving you all that up front, or is that something that they're going to be dishing out to you? I don't know, but whatever the case may be, is I'm a little leery because there's no guarantee that I'm going to be able to find another job that's going to compensate me making the money that I'm making now. So I got to weigh my options on that. I don't know, man. I can't say yes and I can't say no. Although it sounds very fun.
It's attractive.
It is. But I don't know, man, because I don't know.
So look, not only, so I'm going to read this again so we can all be clear on what we're answering to. Not only is McKinsey keeping its workers on payroll, so that means you're going to get your biweekly or weekly checks, right?
Okay.
While they hunt for a new employer, but the company is also helping them to update their resume and offer them career training.
So to move into another position and learn something new or something like that, they're paying for all that?
They're paying, yes. Yes.
Oh, no, Kiki. Oh, no.
What would you do?
If you're offering me that, I might just be interested if you're paying for that, because the first month I'm going on vacation for the first fucking month.
Of course you are.
I'm going on vacation. I'm not doing shit for a fucking month. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to have fun. But then after that, I'm like, yo, let me find this job because 8 months. If you think about it, even if they're paying you for 9 months, that shouldn't be here like that, man. Blink your eye, and you be like, damn, 6 months went by already. Fuck. You are, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
If I find a new job, are they still paying me that 9 month salary?
I think you have up until 9 months. So I think you should, if you're smart, you will take 9 months.
Yeah, if you give me 9 months of cash up front and then I can find another job and be on, I'm good. But
I don't think they're giving you the cash up front. It appears to me, if you're still on that payroll, that you're receiving those biweekly or weekly checks.
All right, so check it out. So if I find another job, I'm still not saying nothing. Y'all niggas gonna give me my fucking money, bro. You know what I mean?
That ain't nowhere in here.
No, you're not
Yes,
taking away that time, but you're gonna give me that fucking money one way or another, bro.
Because that ain't nowhere in here, for sure. Because that ain't nowhere in here. Like that you can't work elsewhere, you can't moonlight. That's not in here.
I tell everybody you gotta follow the rules, but play it your way. I'm a firm believer of that. You know what I mean? Always follow the rules, but play your way. They can't tell you how to play the game as long as you're not breaking their rules. And in here, it didn't say I couldn't have another job, be working, and still collect that money. So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, let's get some updates. Can we go to page 7, please? Let's go. Let's get some updates.
All right.
So this segment is called "This Just In." Mr. Remember Mr. Braids, right? The teacher. They let the kids make his braids out.
Oh yeah, all y'all was ripping him. It was like, oh, it's inappropriate. Y'all remember? Y'all was ripping him. It was inappropriate. He shouldn't have done it. Well, my man got his job back.
He sure did. He sure did. Is that a win for the culture? Is that a dub for us?
That's a dub. Yo, Cochran said, my man said, he was like, can you make your start date the end of the 9 months? Bro, fuck yeah. Playing your way, but you're respecting their rules.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I'm gonna have to put that in my perspective.
Yeah.
As long as you don't violate their shit.
Yeah, you can freak it how you want to freak it, but because everybody sets rules for you, you know what I mean, to go by in life. You got rules. All right, cool. I'm gonna respect your rules, but I'm gonna play it my way. You can't tell me how to play that shit, bro.
I can't tell you.
That's how I see it.
Okay, so it's a dub for the culture.
So that's a dub for me. I'm gonna say that's a dub for old boy that he got his job back. You know what I mean? It's all good. You try to blaze him. You know, everybody who try to blaze this man, he didn't do nothing wrong. You need teachers like that in this world. Could it be taken as a little inappropriate, his behavior? A little bit, but he didn't do nothing wrong. And it doesn't negate the fact that he's a good teacher. And because you have a teacher shortage right now.
You know what though? And he also added in his update, which he was unable to add before because the fire had spread so much and people, their opinions jumped ahead of what the facts were. He said he didn't feel like it was inappropriate because one, all the parents of his students follow him on social media and their permission was asked before any of that happened. So what ended up happening was the school poked their nose in that. So it wasn't even a parent. It was the school.
So it was the school that put their nose in it and said he couldn't do it then. That's what you're saying.
Yes, it was a school who was deeming it inappropriate because, again, those are their policies and their rules, as you was just speaking of.
Of course. You got to respect. When you play in this game, you got to respect their rules and the way they do things. You know what I mean? Okay,
now, this just in. Under the terms of the y'all remember when we used to watch Versus, right? The Versus when it was all the rage in 2019, when in 2020 when COVID was going on, we was all watching Versus, right? Y'all notice y'all really haven't seen it. Well, under the terms of the deal reported by Billboard, Timbaland and Swiss Beats will retain full creative control and ownership of Versus. The partnership adds to X's, which is Twitter, X's growing portfolio of exclusive media content following recent details with WWE for short wrestling matches and Range Media Partners for sports shows. So that's a dub for us.
Another dub.
Huh?
So we winning right now.
We up a little bit. We up a little bit.
So we winning right now. That's all that matters. That's what you're saying. We winning a little bit right now. I'll take a win. A win is a win right now.
Did you miss that we haven't been watching? Did you miss have you been missing the verses or are you over it?
I mean, I was wondering what happened to it because it was kind of interesting. But then, you know, if you think about it, as when it first came out, it was dope. Like, yo, we was really into that shit. And then it started to get corny towards the end. Like, yo, come on, man, y'all reaching. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're gonna make some real versus shit, let's do that, son. Let's do that. But you know what I mean? It's still a win for them. So I'm gonna give them their flowers and congratulate them. You know what I mean?
Well, since we all in the hood, let's stay in the hood. Some other people done got some nigga lessons, Tom.
Wait, I live in Burbank. Hold on. I don't live in the hood.
You're visiting.
Burbank, yo.
Look, he's visiting. You're visiting, so sit back and hush up. So, somebody else got some nigga lessons. You know how we classify nigga lessons as people who didn't realize how black they were until the pink people had to humble them.
Okay.
So guess who's up?
What's up?
BG from the he was with Master P and all them. So judge rules rapper BG must submit all lyrics to the feds before he records or performs his albums. Musical artist, he just got out of jail too. Just got out of jail.
I'm hearing you. Okay.
Musical artists, beware. The government's thought police can use your lyrics against you. The government's reason, they claim Dorsey's song lyrics are inconsistent with the goals of rehab. He's in rehab.
Yeah.
And because they allegedly glorify violence and other illegal activities. But in America, rehabilitation should never mean reprogramming artists and their expression. Right or wrong? It's a nigga lesson. It's wrong as shit to me.
Okay, so here's what I'm saying. You have to play, like I just said, they put out rules, right? These are the rules you got to live by.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine. But now it's how he's going to play them rules. So now, you know what I mean? If you think you're going to get out there and start rapping about shit, bro, don't do it. Don't do it. You got to figure out other creative ways to get around that motherfucking shit, to get around that. There's got to be a loophole for that shit, man. But it's just crazy. But they can do that to you, huh? They can do that.
So, Tom, what happened to freedom of speech? That doesn't apply here?
I mean, it does. So this is a real touchy situation because if you really made a big stick about it, you can argue the fact of freedom of speech. But the problem with that is a lot of these young boys now are getting convicted over their lyrics and their music, dog.
Rico real.
Your music is what's taking you down. You know what I mean? Back in the days, niggas was doing crimes, but we weren't rapping about the shit we were really doing. Like, what the fuck? No. You know what I mean? And they make it, Slim. It was all making.
So what's different from back in the day and in these cases? These guys are rapping about what they're really doing?
I don't think they're all of them are rapping about what they're really doing. Some of them may be really rapping about what they really doing in these streets. And bruh, stop that shit because you're gonna say you just giving these niggas what they want to put you under the jail. You know what I mean? I think that's why a lot of these dudes, their street cred be getting called out because you rapping about shit you're not doing. But if you really out there doing it, and you really out there banging like that, are you really gonna talk about that shit?
That's the yin and the yang. So who's right and who's wrong? Can I rap about shit I'm not doing? Like, is it smart?
Kiki, I'm only saying they're wrong because they're fucking with that man's First Amendment rights.
Okay.
First Amendment rights. And this is what I'm saying. Learn how to play the game, right?
Without breaking their rules.
There's got to be another way around it, man. Change your lyrics up. Your wordplay should be fucking vicious. You had nothing but time. You've been sitting behind the bars for nothing but time. You've been reading. You've been doing all that shit. So your wordplay should be fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
So instead of calling me a bam ass nigga or Herb or whatever people saying wherever you live, why aren't I a genius for rapping about shit I'm not doing and making money? Like, why am I called crazy and whack? And why is that?
It's the way it is. It's just the way it is, Kiki. It's just the way it is.
I'm not smart. That's not smart though.
You're smart, you know what I mean? But people are expecting something else that you just can't give them right now. You know what I mean? And BG can't give us what he wants. Because if the feds, this is the feds, are on this man about his lyrics, man, he can't really nothing he can do right now. He gotta go ahead and finish that motherfucking time, get it off them papers, and then drop a banger and drop some heat.
Okay.
You know what I mean? At this point in time, yo, BG, yo, son, just think about this shit. You ain't gotta be out on the motherfucking streets in the shows rapping about that shit. Be a ghostwriter.
All in the videos.
You ain't gotta be all up like this and all like, yeah, whatever. Nah, sit back and be a ghostwriter. Niggas is using ghostwriters from left and right.
Okay. Guess who else got a nigga lesson?
Who?
Bad boy.
Nigga lessons. He stay getting nigga lessons. Niggas don't even give a fuck about him no more.
But he got humbled. I need to tell you why. And Buttermilk, I hope you listen because I'm sure you're a fan of the person that gave him the nigga lesson. Y'all listening? Here you go. Lady Gaga wasn't comfortable sharing the same law firm as Sean Diddy Combs amid the myriad of heinous accusations and lawsuits being leveled against him. So she threatened a boycott. What you think happened?
Lady Gaga said, I don't want to be on the same label as that nigga.
What you think happened when she threatened a boycott? What you think?
They dropped him.
They dropped him.
A source close to the situation told News Nation that if Grubman, Shire, Mycelis, and Sachs, the law firm that represented both Gaga and Combs, did not drop Sean Puffy Combs as a client, she would drop them. She's too big to lose, they said. So Combs has been represented by the firm for 20 years and has made frequent stops at Alan Grubman's home in the Hamptons over the years, according to the News Nation's lawyers abandoned him in the latest on a long list of things that Combs has following the accusations of sexual impropriety.
Do you blame him? I have a business I'm running, right? And I'm a law firm, and I'm representing these high profile clients. You know what I mean? And somebody as big as Lady Gaga, I don't know how huge she is because I'm not in that realm. But if she's got that type of pull, man, he got to go. Especially with all the accusations coming around this dude, it's not a good look.
Well, let's not a good
look. Statistical stand. Can you tell him how big Lady Gaga is?
I don't know.
Lady Gaga has continued to be creating things. She's going to be in the upcoming Joker movie, and she still makes music. She still tours. Her tours do sell out. Sean Combs hasn't done anything for what? A good mild decade almost.
Yeah,
he hasn't produced. I mean, he pretty much just attaches himself to certain things, but be honest with you, he really hasn't, business-wise, really hasn't been fully out there. So when it comes to a negative impact compared to a positive one, yeah, you kind of want to go with the positive one.
Is that fair though?
No, it doesn't matter being fair. You have to make these certain type of decisions as a business. This is a business decision. It's like, do you want a negative, again, a one who's powerful and still growing compared to one who is dwindling? Which one do you want to keep?
So here's what I don't understand, right? How one thing has anything to do with the next. Like how we representing you. And you're not, because listen, she's not in the details to know what they're defending or how to represent him. Like she don't know, like these people, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't know.
All right, think of this aspect. Think of this aspect.
That's very Karen-like. That's some Karen shit to me.
But no, I think if you think in this aspect, if a law firm, you know, a PR team or whoever represented you, and you and Tone, and you guys are going to you're moving Real Talk up to the stratosphere. And then you find out that you are associated with who
Suge Knight.
Huh?
Suge Knight.
Good night. Or better yet, Alex
Donald
Jones.
Trump.
No, Alex Jones.
Okay.
So again, and Alex Jones is going through a lot of legal stuff, bad, constantly. So again, if you making money, continuing making product and stuff like that, compared to someone like Alex Jones, who hasn't really been out there a lot, he's in a lot of controversial stuff. Who do you and you figure it's like, do you want to be associated with Alex Jones through your PR team or lawyers?
Here's where I have a problem with that, right? Because the way you put it, sure, right? Yes. But here's the problem I have with that. She forced their hand. Karen, you threatened them. You threatened a boycott. I can understand if you had a conversation and you were grabbing your business and taking your talents elsewhere. They said, what's wrong? And you decide to say, well, it's this whole Diddy thing. Like, I'm just not comfortable. I feel like I should, blah, blah, blah. And they said, oh, we'll drop his ass. I can see that. I feel it's a Karen-esque move when you go and you threaten to boycott it. If y'all don't do, I'm telling you, the same people you see on the way up, you see on the way down. What you say, Tom?
The same people you see on the way up is the same people you're going to see on the way down. That's just
for sure.
Fucking right there.
Again, this is a business decision. A lot of people, who do take their business elsewhere or threaten to take their business elsewhere due to the fact of some form of association that they become aware of, and they feel like it's like, oh, I do not want to be a part of this. If you continue to do it, I'm taking my business elsewhere.
And that's fair.
That is fair.
That's fair.
But to say I'm finna boycott, I'm finna threaten you to tell you it's me or him, no, that's some Karen shit.
No, it's not. That is business. Business people, there's a difference between, like, look, are you going to marry me or not? Or are you going to stick with this criminal while I'm still one of your clients? There's completely different. That is apples and oranges right there.
No, it did very much as apples and turkey. Because let me tell you something. Should today happen, should the night fall and midnight not straight and midnight not strike, and God forbid something happens to Lady Gaga. Something, if whatever her next music is or whatever this thing she's doing with the Joker is a flop. You really, and say for instance, out of just a stroke of brilliance, did he happen to shimmy and slide by and get out of all his mess? You understand what I'm saying?
Again, but still, it's like, look, someone's going to represent Sean Combs regardless. Someone's going to pick him up regardless because of the fact that his name is still resonant to people. So the way I see it is like, I am in favor with the company. They made the right business decision.
At the end of the day, whoever picks up Sean Combs as a client, like he said, but it's guys, somebody's going to pick him up, right? And regardless of what happens, because his name still rings bells, you represented him. Regardless of what happens, is somebody's going to do it. It's about money at this point. They'll do it, even though that you may not have a winning chance in hell, but you're still going to do it anyway because you know what I mean. Why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Because there may be a good chance that you can win. Right?
Yeah, because understand, there was money that was generated from this guy's name being with them, and the thing that he's going through now don't take away from the fact that he generated millions and millions of dollars. It doesn't take that away. Now the potential to earn more, that's different. That's interesting.
So I got one for you.
So there.
Okay.
I got ridiculously but true news.
Okay.
Hold on.
What page is that?
It's ain't on a page, but this is ridiculously but true news.
Okay.
Right? Let's see if you can guess what her skin color is. Okay, it's for her. Okay. A mother throws newborn baby out the window to her death because she thought a child would ruin her career as an executive at Porsche. Listen to me now. This is ridiculous, but this is fucking true. This is true.
We can look this up.
Yes. Kiki, you check your inbox on IG.
Let me
See this for yourself. You know what I mean?
I want everybody to understand. Like this is
real shit. So in the tragic incident, a 28-year-old Katrina Jovanic was sentenced to 7.5 years for manslaughter after throwing her newborn daughter out of a window. Jovanic, a lawyer for Porsche, believed the baby would harm her career. She kept her pregnancy a secret and claiming the act was accidental, but prosecutors argued she prioritized her career over her child. Neighbors unaware of her pregnancy expressed shock at the situation.
She lived in the mountains.
And you would be absolutely 100% correct about that.
That sounds like mountain activity to me.
Last name alone, did it.
Right.
Ridiculous, but true. So now imagine you got this job, right?
Mm-hmm.
You work in this fucking job, and you got a good job because she was a lawyer and she worked for Porsche. You know what I mean? What made you think that baby was going to harm your career? Why the fuck you just didn't get an abortion? Why didn't you just put the baby up for adoption if you ain't want nobody to know? Take the baby to the fucking firehouse and drop the baby off and keep it fucking moving. I mean, let's make it make sense because there's more ways than one to deal with this situation than killing this child. Now you're stuck in jail for 7.5 years.
Look, and getting caught.
Like that, I can't
you
respect.
didn't even get away with the shit.
And so now I want to follow this story, Kiki. You know what I mean? Because I want to really know more about this. Like, who was the baby daddy?
Well, what color was the baby daddy?
How did you motherfuckers know? How did you not know that she wasn't pregnant? Was she fat? I need to know. You wasn't showing?
Basically, I don't think so, because sometimes you can if is she working at the corporate office of Porsche or like in Europe or somewhere in the States?
Can you send that? Can you send that to Buttermilk, please?
Yes.
Send that to Buttermilk. You know what I mean? Because I'm curious. I want y'all to see this lady's face. She already looks a little chunky in the face. Is why I'm not trying to make fun of her like she's fat or nothing, but she's chunky in the face. So wasn't she overweight that you couldn't tell? I mean, she went out. She had the baby, right?
I gotta find it because we got a lot of stuff.
We got a lot of content for y'all. You know what I mean? And it is all true, but this one right here resonated ridiculous but true. What the fuck was you thinking when you thought about it? You threw your baby out the window because you didn't want the baby to fuck up your chances at your career? That's some wild shit, B. It's wild shit. It's wild shit.
And only a top tier mountain dweller would endure such a thing.
Yeah.
Only.
Yeah, so it's crazy. There's another story that I'm gonna save for next week that Kiki I sent you that I really want to talk about. And I really want to dive into this, but I don't know because this story here, it should me up, right?
Okay, he must well talk about it. What the?
Well, a woman says she just learned that her mother was also her sister.
Yes. We'll wait on that.
I just saw the picture. So
because you got to do the math. We wait on that.
But I want to be in the studio. So please, for y'all watching next week, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna get into this. A woman says she just learned that her mother is also her sister. We're gonna get into that. That shit is crazy. It's a mad, a wild story. You know what I mean? But it's true. It's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's have I got a question for the culture, right?
Okay.
So there was it's a story, but I want to ask a question behind that story. There was a black man that was working at a food place, and he was taking food home at the behest of his manager. Manager said, sure, we're going to throw the shit in the trash anyway. However, this nincompoop went online and posted it online and showed how much food he'd be taking home. I can't remember where he works, but it was like good for like shrimp. It was stuff that they was going to throw out. And ultimately, he was homeless. That's why the manager allowed him to do it. They ended up firing him. So my question is, why are companies throwing out food that could be given to the homeless? And was that employer, was that right or wrong to do so? Who was right and who was wrong? The employer said yes, but he went online and violated their policies.
Did you answer the question right there?
I did.
You answered your question right there. I mean, you know what I mean? It's sad that these companies and these organizations, so here's some shit because of the work that I do. I'm always out in the field, right? Well, not now anyway. I'm home, you know what I mean? But when I'm out in the field working, you know what I mean? I have downtime. And instead of my downtime sitting on Front Street where you can see me, I find hiding spots. I usually hide behind stores or something like that where you can't see me if you're driving past. And I usually hide around. I've hid around supermarkets, right? These niggas people have this shit to a science. You'll see the fucking people come out and wheeling out cartloads of food, right? Throwing it away. And then you'll see people pull up in their truck. And one black dude, I rap with him. I talked to him about it. And he was like, this is what I do. That's how I feed my family.
They dumpster dive.
He dumpster dives. You know what I mean?
But you know what? Toy stores do the same thing. Toy stores and Five and Below, they targeted them. Target, you go back in the back. If you're willing to, you about that life and you're willing to get in there, you can get some stuff because once things are expired, once things are discontinued or they can't get rid of it, it's sitting here making no money. I don't understand why they just don't donate it. And that is my question of the day. Like, why not donate?
Exactly. You know what I mean? Because you may be coming. So I kid you not. There was just one day I was when I was working at fucking Washington Gas. And I'm thinking about it. And so and this is the Wise. Is this the Wise? This is the Wise. Is this the Wise? Right there on Central Avenue. You know the one I'm talking about, that little shopping center right there on Central Avenue. I used to sit right there along the side in the back of that joint. And an old dude, he came through, and they have ham ground meat in these long fucking things. These tubes. Yeah. This Bama went back there and pulled out about 5 of them joints, and they were frozen solid. And so he came over. He was like, "Yo, bro, you want one of these?" And I was like, "Fuck, nigga, I can take it home and feed it to my dogs." I went back over to the garbage can just to see. I kid you not. I pulled out like fucking 6 more and brought them home and fed it all to my dogs. And they were in tubes. So I went home and put them in my deep freezer. I kid you not. I would throw it out. And I would cut that shit up and I would feed my dogs. I would feed my dog the ground meat. And there was nothing wrong with ground meat. There was nothing wrong with it. It was frozen solid. And then after that, I would watch this dude and he would come. Man, and it was like Wednesdays. He would come and go and jump in the dock and find all kinds of shit. Load his fucking car up, go about his business. You know what I mean? And even down in Culpeper, I was working down in Culpeper with my new company, right? And I was sitting behind a Safeway. Watch the white boys come and do this. And these niggas ain't coming in no broke down hoopties.
No.
Coming in some nice shit. This is what they do. These niggas had cookies, chips, all kind of fucking shit they were pulling out of there. And I was just like, wow.
Tone, I come from a time, right, in Michigan, where we used to have these things called rummage sales or yard sales, right?
Yeah.
And people will sit out their stuff on the front yard, on their front lawn, and if you would go by, and if you felt the need to grab, a coffee table that was once used or whatever, you would pay for it. Then it moved to if my mother didn't want her couch and she put it outside, somebody else, it was, because my trash is somebody else's treasure, they would come by and get it. I feel like some of that ideology needs to be implemented.
So what happened is, so like Dame Dollar said, I agree with him. The dude
What he
should
say?
he was like, he shouldn't have posted it.
True.
If you didn't post that, you wouldn't be in the situation. You would have been good. You'd have kept on rocking out the way you was rocking out. But because you posted it, you shot yourself in your own dick there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's better to keep those type of blessings in disguise and keep that shit to yourself. You know what I mean? Because by sharing it, it ain't gonna do you no good. You know.
And then just imagine you got the hookup. Your manager or who your superior said, you know what? Go ahead. Why would you screw him like that? And he was doing you a solid. But see, the argument is, and I'm glad Tweety said, she said, no, if he posted it and he wasn't supposed to, he was wrong. The argument that people were having was he's homeless. Like that's supposed to trump everything. The fact that he was
so he was homeless, but he was able to post something online. But he had to,
you don't know how many people
was he homeless and he worked there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So you don't know how many people I've seen on the street begging for canes and still have a cell phone. I don't know how. I don't know why, but it's just amazing.
So here's my thing. I'm very very cautious when it comes to that type of shit. Man, back in the days, right? I'm working at this company and shit. And me and my man was riding with each other every day, right? We were doing our thing every day. And every day we would see this fucking bum. He was right there on Van Dorn Street, right? About 495. And every day he would be out there panhandling for money, right? And this one day, me and him was getting back kind of late. We were getting back kind of late, right? And we pull up and we watch this bum walk down the street and get in a motherfucking brand new Mercedes Benz. And drove.
I mean, you can if you ain't paying no taxes,
get my money back.
You panhandling and you ain't paying no taxes for sure.
But the point was, you out here panhandling, begging for people for money, and look like you homeless, like you ain't got it, right?
Because homeless,
got it, but man, after that, I ain't never gave no homeless nobody no nothing no more.
What's the definition of homeless, Tone?
What? You don't have a roof over your head.
You don't live in. You don't have a home. You might know a roof could be. I could come stay at your house. I'm homeless though. I'm couch surfing, and we don't know if that man's Benz was if he got up and went and leased it, went and rented it. You know what I'm saying? Just because we don't know.
What threw me off was you were homeless. You look like a bum on the street. You look like, you know what I mean? You were dirty. Like your shit wasn't like terrible. But you went and got into a brand new Mercedes and drove.
You feel scammed? You feel scammed?
Fuck yeah, I feel scammed. Like, bitch, I want my money back, nigga. I thought you was out here really fucked up and I was giving you my little change to help you. Nigga, I want that back. So after that, though, Kiki, after that, I stopped giving homeless people money and shit like that. I don't give them money, you know what I mean? If I can fucking go ahead and offer you a sandwich or go to the store and buy you a sandwich or something like that, I give you something to eat. But I ain't giving you no cash. That ain't happening. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But took one.
They don't be wanting you to buy them nothing though.
Nigga, if you homeless, you hungry, right? You homeless, you hungry. So if I walked into Mickey D's and bought you and gave you some fresh hot food, and you gonna be mad at that, nigga, then I know you scamming, nigga. You scamming. So with this being said. Just so y'all know, you have to I want y'all to pay attention to something because there's been some bank regulation changes.
Okay.
Right? This is FYI for everybody. There's been some bank regulation changes. So JP Morgan and Chase warns 86 million customers that they may have to start paying for their bank accounts.
What?
They're threatening that you may have to start paying for your bank accounts because of the banking regulations put in by Biden. It says administrations that cap late fees, overdraft fees, bankers are considering a new ways to make money. So in other words, Biden put in effect that, you can't charge a motherfucker late fees. You can't charge a motherfucker overdraft fees. That shit is crazy. That's ridiculous. And this is how these banks were making their money off of you because they were guaranteeing that some people were going to do this.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You get a couple charges, that's $30 a pop. Next thing you know,
$35 with Bank of America.
$35 a pop. You're getting fucked up. So now they're trying to, the banks are losing money this way, and they're trying to figure out a way to make some more money. You know what I mean?
So what does that mean? Charge me for my account? Like, what does that mean? I have to pay you to have an account there?
Yeah.
Did they give numbers? They
didn't give numbers. I'm looking at it now. It says the new rules would cap credit card late payments at $8 and overdraft charges at $3. Right? The new capital rules would also require them to hold more reserves against mortgages and credit card loans, which could impact customer loans potential, the bank warns. You know what I mean? They're letting you know a change is coming. You know what I mean? And they're going to start charging you. They're going to figure out a way.
See, this is why you start seeing more and more of those online, I don't know, it's kind of like more like, Cash App, PayPal, whatever.
Those type of things. Yes.
Yeah, because it's like, look, you keep taking my money for no damn reason. And it's my money. And I'm this is a business thing. And the thing is like, just like we said earlier about Lady Gaga and Sean Combs about the lawyer thing, pretty much people is like, look, I'm taking my money out and I'm putting it in somewhere else where I do not have to go through this. And pretty much it'll be on these online banks, or if you technically not banks, they're just holders. So yeah, this is I think they're going to shoot themselves in the foot with this.
So are we the dummies to keep on putting our money there, or like?
For those, let's say this: there's that old school mentality. Everyone wants to put it in a bank, but when it comes to like, if this becomes an official act, and it's like, look, no, I'm out. I'm pulling my money out and putting it somewhere else, and you can't say it's my money. It doesn't make sense to where it's like, I understand if you overdraft and there's a penalty, I would understand that, but for you maintenance and things of that nature, it doesn't make sense. It's like, it's my money.
Can't argue with that, but they're figuring out ways to jack you for your money. You know what I mean? Because they also running a bank, and a bank is a business. They're trying to get money from you any kind of way that they can. And that is a primary way if they're trying to do it now. You know what I mean? It doesn't surprise me though.
I'm with more than two banks for a lot of reasons. And I did grow up with the shoebox mattress mentality. I grew up with that. You start to learn later on, and I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. I was with the company. I don't know if you remember, AIG went belly up, and that was when my retirement was. That was when my everything was. They took our money and got the fuck ghost. We had nothing. They fucked up and took all our money. We got that letter in the mail that was saying, "Oh, sorry, like all of your little zeros is gone. Let us work it out. We'll get back to you." The fuck?
So was there a way after they just did that to you? Was there a way, like, you know what I mean? Was there a way that they could come after them and get some of your money back or something? Or they could just, was that legal what they did to y'all?
Well, I'll have to give you that answer in the best way I can without um, the people who led me to them took care of me because I didn't go there by myself. It was a benefit through the people that I rock with. If you can read between those lines, they took that hit and they replenished my little zeros. But it wasn't tonight. It wasn't tomorrow. It was a brick. And then they did that research and they found somebody else that was going to take care of us. And they even went so far as to match. Like they felt bad.
Yeah.
They felt bad. And there's no way you could see that coming unless I'm stupid and they could see it coming. And that's anyway, but it happened to us. And I'm saying to say that I grew up with the whole mattress and sock thing. Yeah. I was always told, keep your money with you, until I started learning finance and started learning interest rates and started learning how so much money in loyalty, with branch loyalty with these people could pay you back. I started learning that.
So my there was one time, right? There was one time where you had people had that was keeping their money in themselves. But then when what happens if your house goes up in flames?
You're supposed to have those flame retardant safes. We're supposed to have safes, and that I got learned that too. My mama, may she rest her beautiful soul in peace. She knew.
I know we got fire boxes like that around here. We got safes and shit like that. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it's just crazy that some people don't think like that.
Mm-hmm.
Some people were literally stashing their money in their mattress and shit like that, and under their mattresses and shit, and shoe boxes in the closet. You know what I mean? Well, that nigga rob your house and get you for your bread and all that. Nah, nigga. So it became more sensible, like you said, with all the other cash back and everything else, and all the benefits that you could have. It told you to put your money in the bank. Now is that still the case anymore? Will that cease to exist soon?
Becoming someone's mother made me prioritize my life and my thinking, because I'm a person that I could sit on the street by myself. Now, I could take care of me, but I would never want that to be the experience for my two dependents, the children that I take care of. I would never want that to be their experience. So I had to get rid of the thug it out mentality. Not all the way, but the majority of the way, and start learning another way where if something happens, you get your money can make money. You know what I'm saying? Where I had to think different. Now I marry the two. I do my thug shit as well as the stuff that I learned. Yeah. And I'll pass that on to my children. Because of course, when like I said, when you are responsible for you can eat the same thing every day and it don't be a problem, or not eat. It's you. But when you care for other people, I had to reprioritize. And while that situation did upset me, and it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot that when if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That my old way, it works as well. Both things are true.
All right.
Both things are true.
One thing I want to touch on, Kiki, since we coming to an end here.
Okay.
Parents, this is for you parents. This is some real shit right now. For you parents that have are parents, and I think it's important that you have some type of insurance, life insurance on your children. It is a must. It's a must. It is a must. Trust me. For those, you see it so many times where people have gone through freaking things, and next thing you know, you see the GoFundMe's and everything like that. Mm-hmm. It becomes so much easier in life to have insurance on your kids. You know what I mean? It's not saying it's nothing bad. You should have insurance on yourself. We've talked about this before, Kiki. As bike riders, you should have some type of insurance on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
but have it on your kids, man. It's important. Just because, you know what I mean, just because you think it's your child and you don't never know what God's plan is, man.
And let me tell you what's a motherfucker. That payment for funerals, because I'm assuming you don't mean that you getting rich off your kid's death. Are you meaning that that can help put them away? That can help.
I'm talking about
arrangements for
arrangements. God forbid something happens.
Yeah.
This is what the insurance is for. This isn't to get rich off of your fucking kid. No, this is in case, you know what I mean? God forbid something happens. You know what I mean? And you get put in that position, in that predicament. What do? You know what I mean? You shouldn't be on Facebook begging for money and Facebook and saying, oh, go fund me this, go fund me that, when it just takes a couple of dollars just to fucking go ahead and put some insurance on your children, because you don't know. You don't know. So you know what I mean? You just don't know. You know, that's just something I want y'all to think about. I'm not telling you that's what you should do or what you should, but I'm offering that suggestion that maybe some of y'all should check this shit out, man. I mean, it's important, you know, it's important, you know.
And let me say this to you. No, me late. She said, Nash Bridges. Let me say this to you too. Even if you have aging parents, you got aging parents, you got to get insurance on them too, because especially parents who are retired and don't work. My father called me today. My father told me, I said, hey, what you doing? He said, oh, I'm putting the brace on my knee. I said, why? He said, I can't walk. Something, I can't put no weight on my blah, blah, blah. My father's 70 years old. Thankfully, he's a military vet. Okay. So the military will prepare his home going. However, I thought about him today, like, dang, he don't work. He's he gets money from General Motors. He gets money from the military. He gets that, but and Social Security, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? But to have money like something in place, because for real, I think when you don't want to take 20 years or 20 weeks to bury somebody, like a funeral for real is like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. You know, that once they get everything rolling, that stuff come quick. And them people ain't putting nobody in the ground if the die ain't on the end of that payment.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
You can't make payments with them.
You know, and that shit is, and that's what I'm trying to just, spread awareness. Like, be prepared, especially you people out here that got babies and little ones or whatever the case may be, or them older parents, like you said, man, put a policy on it. You know what I mean? It's going to help you in the long run. You know what I mean? And even though you're like, well, I got it, and then what the fuck is the purpose of having it? I ain't never had to use it, because you never know, man. Mm-hmm. Life is fragile, so you never know what's going to happen. So it's imperative to have these type of things in place. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. You know what I mean? You know, trust me on that.
And we had a perspective a couple weeks ago that was saying that we all live on a clock that we can't see. All of us.
Bruh, you know, and that's what it is. You're never going to see this clock. You don't know when your time is up. You know what I mean? You don't know. So why not be prepared and stop, and don't leave your family with that burden of having to take care of your final expenses, your final fucking put you to rest, and where they gonna get the money from? Don't do it to them like that. That's not fair. They're already grieving for the loss of you. Now they got to figure out how they get this bread and all this shit, man, bro. Nah, that ain't where it's at today. You know what I mean? I'm watching a lot of these young brothers and sisters out here, and you see the GoFundMe's all the time and shit. Nigga, insurance saves your ass, dude. You know what I mean? Even though we put money into it, and I get it. Some people are like, I put money into this shit, Kiki, and I ain't seeing no return or refund. But when that day comes, wouldn't you rather feel comfortable that you had the coverage?
Mm-hmm. Because too, how many stories do we hear where people just their insurance lapsed and all of a sudden they fell out, or something happened and one thing led to another, and now they're in the hospital forever and they don't have no insurance, and like it just to me, just like you were saying earlier, I want to reiterate the little $6 or $18 or whatever a month on somebody. It's just you get a return on that. So it seems like it's empty when you're making. I feel like it's me paying insurance for years and no accidents. Thank God for Jesus. I don't have no accidents is a waste. However, it's a motherfucker. Excuse my French. When you hit somebody's car and you ain't got that shit.
Boy, don't you be bad. You know what I mean?
Yes, insurance is a gamble. You gotta play with trick dice. You gotta play with trick dice.
Yeah. And like Dame Dollar said, we punch in on that time clock at birth.
Facts.
When the time you birth, you come out. And sometimes it's not even punched at birth. That time card is punched from the time you're conceived because you could be called back home as a miscarriage. You could be called that you could lose the baby, you know what I mean, stillborn. So your clock is started, the clock is punched from the time you swim out your daddy's nutsack and hit that egg is when your clock starts on your life.
He said nutsacks. Nikita said in Texas at some funeral homes, if you don't want to pay for insurance, they have where you can pay a direct payment to the funeral home, and once that first payment is made, you're covered. So there. That's all she put. So there I was.
You know what I mean?
You're covered.
So what are we going to do to hold each other down, Black people? Batman asked. You know what I mean? It's a good question. Batman, I you know what I mean? I think when we learn to stop being individuals is maybe when we can revisit that question that you asked. I think that's the major problem right now is that people are our race are a bunch of individuals and don't know how to come together with each other. You know what I mean? It's that crab in the barrel mentality. It's that, you know what I mean? It's
not only that.
You know what I mean?
It's not only that. You know what else? We know what else I think supersedes crab in the barrel? We got trust issues. We got trust issues with people. True. Listen, Tone, as many times as I sit beside good people, right? They fucked up people. And honestly, you never been fucked up to me, but I know that your intention. I know your intention. I've seen you do it. I got trust issues. Yeah. And Black people have trust issues. We give you our little bit of money and you telling me how you scamming and you doing whatever, and then now I'm supposed to go in on a deal with you. Yet you want me to differentiate between who you scammed. No, ma'am, no Pam, no hamburger. I'm not doing it.
You got some of these motherfucking people, and I'm not just gonna say Black people, you know what I mean, because white people be scamming too, Spanish people be scamming too. So you got some of these people that are scamming, and you trust them. You know what I mean, nigga? When was it? Somebody had posted. I tagged you in this on Facebook today.
Okay.
My man Julian posted a video in Facebook Interact, right? Mm-hmm. And this video was this girl, her father died, right? And her father left her money for the child. Okay. Left the estate for the child. Mm-hmm. You know, the mother took the estate and spent that money?
Yes.
And when the girl asked her about it, the first thing the mother was like, well, he didn't pay child support, and I felt I deserved that money, blah, 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 blah. That bitch was wrong.
The man's wishes was thus. The man's wishes was thus.
Well, it's trust issues like that, Kiki, that makes you not want to trust your own fucking people, because Black people were known to doing some sucker shit like that, Bree. You know what I mean? You want to take it back to the days where fucking, what was his name? Arnold. Gary Coleman. His parents was jacking him for his money.
Yeah. Money will turn a person. And Batman, shout out to Funny Joy. Funny Joy, thank you I see what you're doing. We appreciate you for doing that.
Yeah.
And next week, come on at 8:00 so we can get this done that way. Appreciate you. Our people, Tone, we selfish, we greedy, and we think that our stuff don't stink. Like we really believe that nothing can happen to us. So you think that karma eludes you, evades you. Like the things that you do don't come back. Tone, I treat people how I see people treat people. I learned that the hard way. I like you as a person and you good, but you a dirty nigga.
You do dirty shit. So Batman says circumstances in this country will force us to come together.
Facts. It will.
I'm not disputing that at all. You know what I mean? But what circumstances in this country will make us come together? That is the question.
But at what capacity? At what capacity though? Like I think I still need to trust you. If when things get to the wire and things get dirty, like dirty, I still gotta have my people that I still trust. Just because you black and you think that, I think you can help me. I think that those ways that you showed me are gonna kick in more. People are more selfish. You seen people in those nightclubs when it's time to leave and something go on, they trample other people like, ain't nobody helping.
Nah.
We're not helping each other. We are for self.
Excuse me, but that's what I'm saying with yourself. So what circumstances will make us come together? That is my question. What circumstances, what will it take for this race to come together as one?
Nothing. Nothing. It won't take nothing because we have gone through the bottom, we've gone to the top, and we too bougie. We got our nose in the air about stuff. We too whatever about everything. So we don't care about each other.
And there lies the problem, and that's why we will forever be at the bottom and never rise to the top. You know what I mean? And claim and claim our kingdom back. We won't, because we can't get past that shit. And that's just crazy to me. It's crazy.
Listen, Tone, the people who you wouldn't believe it. The people who you would lose life for.
Those will be the ones that get you.
Them be the ones. They will crush your heart and shit on it and smile in their profile picture. They'll smile in their next post. They hurt you like nothing. And it's for selfish reasons. So Batman, as much as I need us to do that, I don't see it. Because don't nobody care.
I mean,
because what you doing, Tone, you preparing for you. You saying, look, I got money. All the money you make right now, you know for a fact that you're not going to give me none of it if I need some, because you feel like I work for this shit. You're not going to eat. I'm not talking about you as a person, Tone. I'm talking about people just in general. Nobody's going to come over here and share with me. Nobody's going to share.
You're right.
Because one, you don't want me to have more than you. You don't want me to be close to where you are. That's our people mentality. Instead of saying, look, I got $10. I give you $5. Like you can't find that. You'll find that with your spouse, who you know, people who you know will give it back. But you're not gonna find that, and you might find it in your club, because and then a motherfuckers in your club too. You be like,
that's not no guarantee to find that in your club though. Like, yo, you really wild and slim. You know what I mean? Or
I see how you fuck over money, just like that bum, and you said, I ain't giving you shit. I'll buy you something.
You got some people that, you know what I mean, this patch, you know what I mean? It's just what it is. It's just a patch. There's no brothers, there's no fellowship and brotherhood outside of the patch. You know what I mean? And that bothers me, because if you put it on, it should be in your heart. But yeah, some of your own club brothers, you can't even trust them. I wouldn't even trust them. Nah.
They still people. Only thing y'all got in common is y'all patch. They still motherfuckers. And what I do know about motherfuckers, they go motherfucker. Opportunistic ways. People will find I'm yelling, sorry. People will find opportunities to come up. And if it's off your back, they're gonna do it. And then guess what? When that doesn't work, they're gonna come back with they tuck tail to what they sorry. As opposed to understanding, no, this person got my fucking back. I would never do them like that. The opportunity has to pass me by, because I would never want you to do me like that. But our people not like that. They gonna just know, they gonna shit on you.
I mean, this is what it is. That's just what it is, man. It's crazy out here. But one day, hopefully something something changes with my race. I can't speak about no other race, but with my race, I hope something changes. At least maybe not in my lifetime, but maybe in my kids' lifetime or my kids' lifetime. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Do you with a conscious mind believe that in your kids' lifetime? Okay.
No, I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that was a glimmer of hope, but I don't see that happening. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, it's a fucked up mentality that we have. You know, and these other races know how to capitalize on us because of that type of thinking.
Batman said, we have to find our tribe, people who are like-minded. I found you and Tone after being in the bike world for many years. And just like he's agreeing with you because you're saying it won't be now, but whenever it is. So we probably won't be alive to see it. Or conscious enough to realize, alert and oriented enough to understand that. Nikita said, I think she meant F. Treat others good, even if no one. Oh, I treat others good, even if no one else does. My kids ask me all the time why I tell them that it could. She said, I tell them it could be God, and that's very true. But baby, you one of a few, because you know what? We're not even spiritual no more. We don't even think about God. A lot of us don't think about God. You can tell how people move. You can tell that they don't believe in a higher power, that the creator don't move them until something bad happens. You can tell how people act. But there are people who have like a rough exterior, and I'm about to preach real quick, who have a rough exterior, but when times get hard, you know what? Them people show up for you. They heart show up, they brain show up. Like you're like, what? The people you least expected are the ones who come through for you, those ones you never looked their way.
Yeah.
But people don't have God in them. They don't. They a lot of people they are, first of all, we too woke to understand there's a creator. So you say, oh, ain't nobody. We too woke for a lot of stuff. We too woke.
Yeah, but we're not woke enough. We're not woke enough. And that is, just what it is. I gotta figure out what the fuck is up with my WhatsApp. My WhatsApp been bugging lately, dog. Like, I gotta click on it and then realize that I got a shit ton of messages that I didn't get. I don't know.
Notifications might be off.
No, my notifications is on for it. It's just like,
I would uninstall it and reinstall it.
That's what I probably do and figure out what's gonna happen. All right, Kiki.
So, okay, let's run down this list. Shout out to Black Shepherds for a dope weekend. Shout out to Down and Dirt. They had a dope bike night. Shout out to Soul Soldiers. I can't think of their name, and I'm about to fuck it up. Soldiers United, sorry, for their dope bike night. Thanks those who did, even though we had like a whole storm during our bike night. Thank y'all for coming out and supporting us. Next week is Young Guns event. Torsion and having some, and Woodbridge. I didn't hear you.
Yeah, he was. He was a good dude. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not nothing. I'm just rain all over the place.
Those who are going to be out, Young Guns is this weekend in Woodbridge. So y'all know. I think it's from Thursday to Saturday. You got a chance to support them people, and if you can't make it, make the next one. That's all I got. That's all I got. I want to thank everybody for coming on today because we kind of flew off the cuff with it for special reasons. Hold on, white man. We flew off the cuff for a special reason. Next week we'll be back on task.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it back in and get back to the flow of things. Like I said, I want to thank everybody for their condolences to my family. Yes. The reaching out to support. We thank y'all. We thank y'all right now. Just know that if you text me and I don't respond, it's not that I'm ignoring you or we're ignoring you or you inbox me. It's not that. It's just that my family's going through a lot right now. to try to process everything, try to make sense of everything, trying to understand and trying to figure out what we do from here. So it's just going to take a little some time for us, but yeah, this is I don't wish this on nobody. And this part of me talking about earlier, insurance is important, things like that are important. You know what I mean? Yo, don't go days without talking to your kids. I don't give a fuck how busy you are. You know what I mean? What I learned through this situation here is I don't give a fuck how busy I am. I don't give a fuck what I got going on with my life and all this other stuff. I gotta make time to reach out and check on my loved ones, the ones that I care about. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because you just never know, because one minute they there and the next minute they gone, and you may look at something that's so small and be like, I'll get up with them next time. And that may never be a next time. You know what I mean? And that is what my family is experiencing right now. There is no more next time. You know what I mean? And we lost, and we took a loss. You know what I mean? And are we hurting? Yes. Do we have questions? Yes, because you like Batman said, you're gonna go through these emotions, man. And what Batman, you know what I mean, helped me understand is, you know what I mean, even though for me, as I try to be strong for my family, you know what I mean, I got to also cry with them and grieve with them. You know what I mean? To be a good leader, you got to be able to cry and hold it in, because, you know, Kayla looked at me the other day and she said, I always see your eyes red, but I never see you cry. She was like, I've never seen you cry, but I know you cry. And it kind of fucked with me a little bit. And I was like, nah, because I got to be strong for y'all. You know what I mean? And Batman helped me understand still being strong for them, but I also can show my emotions and my feelings with them at the same time. And that's being strong for your family. You know what I mean? Those words were so fucking powerful. You have no idea. You know what I mean? And it yeah. So just please keep praying for my family. I thank y'all for the prayers. I thank y'all for everything. We're okay right now. We don't need anything. We just need some love and support right now. You know what I mean? That's what we need right now, because we're still trying to figure and navigate through this horrible tragedy. You know, definitely that's just what I have, Kiki.
All right. Well, that being said, I'm Kiki.
I'm Tone.
Real Talk Uncensored. See y'all next week.
Peace.